Hello Capricorn, so I'm doing your weekly tarot for May the 29th to June the 5th. Just to let you all aware as well that there is still that gang of individuals who are stealing my content and then re-uploading it on their crappy little AI channel, okay? So please make sure that you're watching my videos on my channel, which is Phoenix Keia Tarot. Any other channel that has got my content on it but not my name connected to it, then you're going to be watching stolen content, okay? Right, so for your situation this week, Capricorn, you have got the ladybug and the sweet pea, and this one says happiness, okay? So they do say that when you see a ladybird or a ladybug, it's very, very lucky, okay? And I feel, Capricorn, that your luck is about to turn around, okay? So that is going to be a very welcome message for those Capricorns who have been particularly going through a bit of a rough time lately, okay? I do want to say Lady Luck is smiling down at you, all right? You're going to find that this week is actually very, very pleasant, very chill as well. A lot of sweetness, okay? I'm getting that sweetness off the sweet pea because obviously if anyone here has ever grown sweet pea, they are like, their perfume is so incredibly potent on a lot of it, and it can be quite prolific as well, right? So I'm just laughing because last season I planted, it was about 12 sweet pea seeds, right? Like literally no more than that. And they were all spread out like quite a distance. Like I gave a good foot in between each seed, and it was literally only 12 of these seeds. And our fence was about falling over with the sheer weight of them all. So I don't know, just whenever I think of sweet pea energy, it just makes me smile. It's like, yeah, pleasant surprises. That's the message that I get with this one, Capricorn. Pleasant surprises, and it feels like it's going to be more than what you were asking for, more than what you were expecting, but in the best way possible. Okay, so that is the ladybug and the sweet pea with happiness. And furthermore, I feel that that happiness is going to spread, just like that sweet pea. Yeah, it's going to spread. Energy is contagious, right? For better or for worse. So I feel with this one, it's going to be an interesting week for you. One of those weeks where it really reinforces for you that the hard times are now over, at least for the time being, because we all know that, you know, life can be a bit of a shit, right? Life does what life does. At least this week, Capricorn, you know fine well that that it's going to be a good one, that you're going to be able to chill, and that you're going to be able to enjoy yourself, all right? And then you've got 33, the raccoon and the sycamore and curiosity. Okay, so this is a very playful energy, Capricorn, and I feel that you're going to be really tapping in to your playful and inquisitive nature, okay? Also, I just want to say as well, there's something very artistic about the raccoon energy. I think it's because they're very, very dexterous, okay? Like super, super dexterous. So there is an artistic flair here that's coming through. Maybe you're trying to do something. Oh, hold on, itchy nose. Oh dear. Maybe there is gossip about you, Capricorn, in the best way possible. That's really itchy. Yeah, people saying good things about you here, Capricorn. You tuning in to your curious, playful, artistic nature, right? I feel that you're being asked to explore either a new interest or a new idea. Raccoons are also incredibly intelligent as well, and I don't know, I kind of feel like a lot of people underestimate raccoons. Like, they just see them as a bit of a pest, but they're not actually a pest. They're just doing what wild animals do, right? But they are incredibly resilient, incredibly intelligent, very good problem solvers as well. And of course that dexterous part. We don't have wild raccoons in the UK, but I do hear a lot about how they get into people's rubbish bins and stuff, and they can untwist lids and everything. So yeah, it just goes to show, doesn't it, that what some people deem as a pest, actually that they're just showing a lot of determination. Okay, Capricorn. So I mean, I guess you can't keep a good Capricorn down, can you, really? So it is time for you to explore uncharted territories with this one, okay? And for you to, I want to say for you to really lean in to your gifts and your abilities, okay? And then you combine the two, and it really does start to show this picture of good luck and good fortune working in your favor, and you striking while the iron is hot, whilst problem solving with ease along the way. Okay, right. Yeah, let's take a deeper dive into this one. I don't know what's going on. I've still got a really itchy nose. Okay. Can you tell us more about this happiness and curiosity for Capricorn, please? What's this Capricorn? What's this happiness and curiosity for Capricorn? The Three of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, okay? Talk about landing on your feet, Capricorn. Okay, Three of Swords, that's a disappointment. It's pain, heartbreak, grief as well. I feel like you have been processing the grief. I feel like you have been working through it, right? This is you overcoming grief, pain, anxiety, right? There might have been a bit of depression here also, but you're overcoming that because it came out with the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new seed, a new start, a new journey. Okay, it's you building or taking the initial steps towards building stability and prosperity. Okay, you using all of the resources that you have available to you in the very best way possible. Okay, again, resourcefulness. So yeah, your resourcefulness is definitely paying off. Okay, why is this happening? The Trout and the Lily of the Valley, and this one says purification. Okay, why is this happening? Because you've gone through that purification process. You're not holding on to anything here that is toxic, okay? Lily of the Valley, while very beautiful and very fragrant, it is also known for being very toxic, right? So that's where I'm getting the word toxic from. You're not holding on to anything that is toxic. You're also not, you're also not just taking everything by their appearances as well, right? There's like a quiet respect here that you have towards the things that you don't fully understand. Okay, the Trout, that's a message all to do with abundance, and it's long-term abundance as well. So purification, let's take a deeper look into that one. You're cleansing out all of the toxins as well. Now that could be any bad habits, any addictions. You might have been going through some sort of withdrawal here. Again, message here about something to do on an emotional level where you had to go through this withdrawal process as well. Just take it as it resonates. You've been doing the work. That's what Spirit's saying. You've been doing the work and it shows. Okay, right, yeah, the Tower and the King of Swords. Being logical, keeping your feet on the ground, even when times are particularly treacherous with that Tower there. Okay, King of Swords energy is very, very smart. It's someone who has a plan and they stick with their plan, come what may. Can you tell us about this Tower? There could have been an unexpected shift or an unexpected ending of a situation. The Three of Wands. Okay, it seems to be that you had a plan B in place, Capricorn. Seven of Cups off center with the Three of Wands. So the fact that you had a plan B, that has been your saving grace. Now, here's the thing. For some of you, this might not have happened yet, okay? So it serves as a message to say, okay, Capricorn, be smart, get creative, make sure that you've got a plan B, just in case something doesn't work out, okay? It's always good to have a plan B and not need it, than need it and not have it, okay? That's the Three of Wands with the Seven of Cups off balance with this King of Swords, okay? Preparedness. You being prepared for almost any eventual outcome is going to be a really smart move, okay? But again, with this being catalytic energies, I can see for the most part, a lot of yous were already prepared for anything going wrong. You already had that plan B lined up, okay? That's where you're seeing you're landing on your feet. Whereas if this had happened to someone else, and I don't know the context of what has happened here, something's fallen through, but if this had happened to anyone else, they wouldn't have necessarily have had a backup plan in place, and they would not have landed on their feet the way that you have here, okay? So yeah, smart move. Okay, so what's going on in your blind spot? The Bat and the Hellboar intuition in your blind spot. So yeah, High Priestess type energy, but in the form of a bat. And bats, as we know, are nocturnal, which is a symbol of uncertainty, darkness, not being able to see the path clearly. Kind of like being just like metaphorically blind, okay? Not being able to see what is right in front of you, but having to rely upon your intuition and your senses, okay? And I feel that this is saying, because it's in your blind spot, that you largely were operating on your own instincts. Okay. Now, with this being number 19, I feel that there is also a message there to do with your ability to persevere, come what may. Okay. Your perseverance, you being stubborn, basically, it has paid off. It really has paid off. Now, I'm also getting a message here with this bat energy that there's a message to do with your dreams, okay? And again, like, blind spot, sorry, Capricorn, I just had a bit of a brain fart moment. Blind spot with subconscious energies in your blind spot. it's saying that you might have had some sort of messages or warnings in your dream state, okay? And you've taken them, or you will be taking those messages or warnings in your dreams very, very seriously. Okay, where typically you might just be one of these where you're like, oh, do you know what, a dream is just a dream, it doesn't mean anything, it doesn't matter. Well, this week it's going to be very, very different, or more recently, again depending on how this is reading, or more recently it has been very different, because it's like the dreams have just felt different. Do you know what I mean? Not necessarily more intense, but just far more memorable, where the memory of those dreams are popping up at like lunchtime or something. Do you know what I mean? It just feels different, it just hits different, and you really paying attention to those messages there. Like, honestly, blind spot energy and subconscious energy in your blind spot is super, super potent, right? Because it taps into your sixth senses, basically. Very, very mystical energies, right? So they do say that hellebore, now I'm not particularly genned up on this particular flower, but I believe that it only blooms in the winter time, okay? And it kind of looks like cups that are being poured out here. All right, so that is a symbol of emotional candor, right? So definitely, yes, do trust in your intuition, okay? Your intuition is not going to lead you astray. And I feel that there is a lot of vulnerability here as well with that emotional candor message. It's almost like you wearing your heart on your sleeve type energy, okay? You being unapologetically you, right? And knowing as well that you are absolutely on the right path. You might not be able to articulate it with it being a bat, okay? Bats, they rely purely on sonar, isn't it? So they don't have vision per se in the typical sense with like eyeballs and stuff, but they have sonar vision. So yeah, that's a really potent message to be sitting in your blind spot, in your subconscious. Right, can you tell us more for Capricorn here, for their intuition and this mystical energy? The Wheel of Fortune, that one has come out ever so slightly off center. Okay, which is you turning the situation around to work for you. So proper alchemist type energy that's been going on. That Three of Swords is starting to make a lot more sense to me now, right? A bad situation, a situation that you didn't ask for, that you didn't deserve, but you're trying to find the opportunity within that crappy situation, which is literally helping you to turn your luck around. Okay, you're turning misfortune into fortune. You're turning an ending into an opportunity. Okay, so yeah, very, very smart. Like I keep saying, you cannot keep a good Capricorn down. It is impossible. And everything about this energy is reinforcing those messages. Okay, Nine of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Lovers. Yeah. In your blind spot, I am under the impression here, Capricorn, that somebody is about to catch your eye. You're about to catch someone else's eye. You might not be looking at romance or anything like that, but romance is certainly looking in your direction. So again, take it as it resonates. Obviously, if you're already with someone and you've been with them for a very long time, then it's indicating that there is new love energy that's coming into that pre-existing relationship, so it feels fresh, it feels new. Okay, it feels exciting again, because you know how some relationships, they can get a bit stale over time, and you need to keep working on it, keep doing things just to remind each other why you're still together, almost, right? So for anyone who's in that type of situation, your relationship is turning a corner and it's becoming more fun and exciting, and definitely a lot more physical intimacy that's going on there as well. For anyone who's single, you're probably not looking for love, but there is absolutely new love here on the horizon, and it's in your blind spot as well, so you're not going to be expecting it, but it's definitely here. Potentially could be with a fire sign, okay, so an Aries, a Leo, or a Sag. Emphasis on the Sagittarius energy, so I'm getting Pisces, Sagittarius, and Gemini, okay, more specifically. But of course they could be any sign. Of course they could. That could also be their Venus placement as well, or maybe your Venus placement. Maybe you're a Sag Venus. Ooh. Do you know how hot that is? If you've got a Sag Venus, that is hot as fuck. I feel that there is a lot of sexual chemistry here that you share with another individual, and yeah, you know what, Capricorn, that looks really good. That looks really, really good. Okay, love that for you. I'm not going to ruin the surprise by digging any deeper into that one, okay? Because it's, you know, it's not nice to do that. Right, the hawk and the thistle, graceful persistence. I knew that persistence was a factor here. For what is working for you. Now, I've already said it like 3 or 4 times in your reading, Capricorn, about how your persistence has been paying off, okay? Like, literally, I feel like Spirit's just done a mic drop here on the read, because they have been consistently saying that all through your reading, okay? Now the hawk, obviously extremely spiritual symbology there with the hawk. Messengers of beyond the veil. Again, another strong symbol for independence, as well as perspective, all right, higher perspective. Things making more sense, things clicking into place for you guys this week. And then the thistle. I don't know if you've heard of the legend of the thistle and how Scotland ended up with the thistles as their national flower. You know how all countries have got like a national flower. Ours is the thistle, because they protected us, they say, against the oncoming armies of the English, right? So apparently an Englishman stood on a thistle and screamed, and of course when he did that, he gave away the position of the army. So that's the legend anyway. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's a cool little bit of folklore there. I don't know, Capricorn, maybe you are going to make someone scream, right? Maybe someone is giving away their position, right? Possibly not. I feel that this is more to do with beauty in really surprising places, right? Because most people don't expect a thistle to be beautiful, but they are actually very, very beautiful. I think they're edible as well. I've never tried one. I need to find that out. Are they edible, and what do they taste like? And go make I suppose thistle tea's a thing, isn't it? So they must be edible. Okay, now my brain's going off on a bit of a tangent. A message of beauty, a message of self-protection, a message of finding joy, love, and beauty in really unusual either places or circumstances. I feel that it's closer to circumstances here. Okay, that's what's working out for you. The fact that you're able to keep a very open mind, the fact that you think differently. There is a message here about uniqueness in the way that you think, in the way that you process information as well. Okay, yeah, the King of Cups. There it is. So you're very, very good, Capricorn, at being able to keep certain people away from you. That doesn't mean that, like, you're a bitch or a bastard or anything like that. You're very good at being able to advocate for yourself. Okay? Never forget that fact about yourself. Because with this King of Cups energy coming out, it does tell me that this week you are feeling, I'll say, vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable, but it's actually working in your favor because you're showing people a certain side of yourself that maybe they might not have seen from you yet. Okay. Because like I said, you are very, very good at being able to keep people away from you. Sometimes it can go to the extreme though, okay, Capricorn? So again, like, I'm not lecturing you or, you know, judging you or anything like that. I've always been in admiration of the way that Capricorns can just repel certain people. I fucking love that. Especially, like, as a Scorpio, I used to attract quite a lot of negative and broken people in, right? And I never knew how to keep them away from me. Obviously it's different now because I'm older and wiser, but I've always noticed that Capricorns are really good at just being able to naturally keep the fuckers away from them. Do you know what I mean? So your skills in being able to do that actually is your superpower this week, Capricorn, is where I'm going with that one. By the same token, you are allowing, as I say, only certain people to see this softer, more vulnerable side of who you are. Okay. Capricorn, honestly, I feel this week like there is a person around you who is feeling a lot closer to you, okay? And you know, I'm not going to lie, they feel that it is a privilege. It is a privilege. And I swear to God, anyone who can get Capricorn to open up their heart to them, that is a fucking privilege. Do not ruin it. If you're cross-watching for a Capricorn, do not ruin it, okay? Because Capricorn, I do feel here that you are beginning to trust a certain person here. Yeah, it's scary, it's terrifying, absolutely. But you know what? It feels right. It feels right. So yeah, whoever's cross-watching for Capricorn, I'm telling you now, do not fuck it up. Because once you've gained the trust of a Capricorn, you've got it for life. But of course, if you fuck it up, there's no coming back from that, like, ever. Okay, so how this is likely going to play out, you've got number 48, the dragonfly and the pansy. Pansies are edible. I didn't know that until last year. I started growing quite a lot of them in the borders. I didn't know that they were edible. I've not tried it yet, though. Apparently you can put them on salads and on cakes and stuff. But this one represents balance. Okay. And again, I absolutely love that message because your dragonflies, they do say whenever you see a dragonfly, it means that your manifestations have been working well. It means the universe is in alignment with you. It is responding to you. It means that what you've been trying to manifest is not just been for selfish reasons, but there's a balance to it, so it benefits everybody, right? And you'll often find that when you're trying to manifest, that as long as it is balanced in that regards, then you're going to have a much higher success rate, okay? Dragonfly is very, very unique. because they can go forwards, backwards, up and down. So there's a message there about being multi-dimensional. Okay, so yeah. I'm just looking at that dragonfly, and I'm getting a sense of lightness and freedom, almost as if not all of your worries and problems are being resolved, of course, because that's unrealistic, but a vast majority of your worries and problems are. A vast majority of them, Capricorn. The Knight of Wands. Adventure. Freedom. Exploring all options. Exploring something. What is Capricorn going to be exploring? Oh, a Queen of Cups. Interesting. So you got a King of Cups and a Queen of Cups. Actually, looking at your read, Capricorn, you've got 3 kings. King of Cups, King of Swords, King of Wands. Three kings. The only one that's missing is the King of Pentacles. Okay, that's interesting. Why is the King of Pentacles missing? Long term. The long-term energy is missing. Okay, I feel like this is saying that you're building up to that, Capricorn. You're building up to that long-term success, or that long-term commitment, right? There's a message here about trust. You're exploring Queen of Cups. You're exploring your own... I kind of want to say your own heart, your empathy. Could be another person, right? You could be excited here to see where this new relationship or this new connection goes, or this pre-existing connection. Just excited to see where it goes. Death. A symbolic death. A symbolic rebirth. Something changing. Okay, 7 of Pentacles is your strongest overall energy. I'm going to need that other deck here a minute. What's this death energy? How this is likely going to change. The dynamics of a connection is changing up entirely here, Capricorn, for the better. You've got the Star that's come out. That's wish fulfillment. I mean, you could be dealing with a Scorpio here also. There is absolutely wish fulfillment here that makes you feel very, very excited. The Hermit. Virgo energy. This is self-respect then. This is self-respect. You're respecting yourself here to the point where you're not putting up with any kind of low vibe bullshit. Yeah, definitely. Wheel of Fortune. Your luck was turning a corner here. You started off the week with your luck turning a corner. You making the most of a situation that helped your luck to turn a corner. And then finally you've got the Wheel of Fortune in the upright position. Something's happening naturally. Something's changing here naturally as a response to your new sense of love, compassion. Yeah, High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so an emotionally transformative week. Interesting. Right, let's get you a healing message. You have healing, thank you. Mystery, dark side of the moon, and mystery. Let's take a look. It's number 32. Okay, it says drawing this card suggests that the way forward is not yet brightly lit, so to speak. So yeah, that would have been your bat energy as well. There is mystery surrounding your question. You probably already sensed that. It could be that someone isn't being entirely upfront with you, but don't be alarmed. It may simply be that whoever this question involves doesn't yet feel ready to show you all of their cards, or perhaps the situation you're inquiring about hasn't yet fully evolved to its final state. Yeah, but it's getting there. It is getting there. It's getting there in its own time. At this point, it's just impossible to know the answer to your question. The best thing to do is to work with what you do know and surrender the need to know everything. On the one hand, it could be that the answer to your question is shrouded in darkness because there might be some foul play happening. But on the other hand, it could be that you just don't need to know more, at least not just yet. Stay optimistic rather than focusing on any fears that you have around your situation. Okay, additional meanings for this card. You do have free will. Some things are better left unsaid. Trust the universe and see what happens. Face any fears around your question and see your glass as half full. Okay. So stay optimistic. Also, pyramids, I mean, someone could be from Egypt, or you might have some sort of link or connection to Egypt. But ultimately, the pyramids indicate the hidden mysteries and the hidden secrets in life, right? And when you're supposed to find certain things out, then you will find certain things out, Capricorn. Now that I've seen this card, I get the impression that you got a secret admirer. Okay. I really, really do get the impression you've got a secret admirer. Right. Let's take a look at some wonderful words of wisdom from the Swear Tarot. Remember, this is just for a little bit of light-hearted fun at the end of your reading, okay? Right. Don't be a dumb fuck, start something new. Okay, so the Fool and opportunities. Yeah, take a risk on something new here, Capricorn. The Angel of Fresh Air says to open your windows and let the shit out. And don't let anything scare the shit out of you. Face your fears and bad habits. Okay, the devil and negativity. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. For personal reads with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Also, don't forget to check out Otter Spirit bracelets as well. That's what I'm wearing here. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful jewelry from Otter Spirit. Their website and a discount code for them can also be found in my description box below. Don't forget to like the video as well, Capricorn, if you did find it helpful for you in any way, shape or form. Thank you so very much to those who have already been interacting with my channel. I genuinely appreciate every single one of you. So thank you very, very much. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.